have a man I know who's at the top of his game. He's a man who's had worn many hats in his career. He's been a firefighter, and now he is an engineer. And he's got a speech about his job. It's called Green is Good. That's right, green, as in the color, is good. So without further ado, I'll welcome up Greg Chesson for his speech, Green is Good. Come on up, Greg.
And I believe you have my notes.
Outside. I know you don't need them.
All right. Now the circus is really going to begin. And before I begin, I just want to give a quick overview of the speech that I'm giving. It's number 2 in the manual, and the point is to give a clear, concise speech with beginning, middle, and end, and to have it supported with facts. So if Brian is going to grill me at the end, if anybody else wants to step up, I do appreciate any comments or feedback. Just something to think about. So, the U.S. Green Building Council developed a LEED program in 1998. And LEED spelled LEED, and it stands for Leadership in Energy Efficient Design. It's a sustainable design practice. It currently is not mandated by any building code or organization, but the government does require new military installations to meet a certain level of LEED. And within LEED, there are 4 levels, 4 ratings. It goes from silver to platinum, based on the number of points that you get on their point system. And in fact, we have one in our backyard, Duke Energy Center, downtown, is LEED Platinum, which is the highest level attainable. So, why do we go sustainable? Isn't it just a fad or a buzzword? Not really. It's been shown in the long run to be a very economically viable solution to building design. And it helps if you look at it from an investment point of view. A lot of people, a lot of owners look at buildings as a fixed cost, something you have to sink money into for whatever it is that you're doing. But if you look at it from an investment point of view, it can pay dividends in the future. So what are the benefits of going LEED? Well, there's really 3 general ones. 1, efficient use of resources. 2, reducing waste and pollution. And 3, occupant health and productivity. So obviously, efficient use of resources means reducing power and water usage, reducing your impact on the environment. So how do you accomplish this task? Well, first of all, the easiest thing is just an efficient lighting design, using low energy lights and increasing the ventilation and insulation requirements so that you're not losing a lot of heat or cold air due to drafts. A somewhat obscure method is intelligent site planning. And what I mean by that is if you concentrate most of your windows on the southern edge of the building, and this applies to us here in the northern hemisphere, and line deciduous trees along that face of the building, the trees will provide shade in the summer, yet when the leaves fall off in the winter, will allow sunlight and heat to enter the building, reducing your heating loads. A couple other ways to reduce this: on-site renewable energy, like solar panels, solar water heaters, and or a green energy contract with a power provider. This kind of hits home here in the U.S. in the southeast because of the recent droughts, but water efficiency is starting to become a big item. And the best way to accomplish to meet that requirement is to let Mother Nature do her work. Everybody's seen the rainwater recycling barrels at the local hardware store. Well, if you expand that onto a grand scale, you can capture and provide enough gray water for usage like irrigation and sewage conveyance. You can also use water efficient or waterless urinals, toilets, and other fixtures. Outside of the building is another way that you can really reduce your water usage by using drought-resistant or native landscaping, and also using rainwater irrigation. So pollution control benefits everyone and not just the owner. Recycling is the best way to do this. So why recycle? Well, it keeps perfectly good materials out of landfills. Landfills that are constantly growing and moving further and further away from populated areas. And that increased transportation costs and waste costs. During construction, runoff control is a major issue. You don't want a lot of sediment or pollutants to run off during a rain event down into the stream and affect our animal neighbors. And the bane of summer living is the heat island. And anybody who's been in a parking lot in the middle of summer knows what the heat island is when you look at the distance and you see the ripples of heat. So by building or constructing with lighter colored materials reflects heat energy into the atmosphere and reduces the immediate environment, the temperature of the immediate environment around your building, which is much more comfortable for everybody around. So, health and productivity. How does this affect us? It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense that the green building can actually benefit us, the occupants, but it does. And everyone who has seen Office Space and saw that dull, drab, gray interior knows that it's not fun to be here, which makes sense because Peter, Michael, and Samir ended up embezzling from Intel. So, studies have actually shown that healthy and vibrant interior environments increase productivity, as well as reduce downtime for employee sick leave. And it's accomplished by using low VOC materials, which are materials that give off organic compounds, which, like paint, and carpets, and adhesives, give you that headache after you've been exposed to them. And daylight, increased daylighting. It generally makes people happy to be able to see outdoors. So, to wrap up, the U.S. Green Building Council developed the LEED in 1998 solely to target new construction. But now it's expanded to existing buildings, residential homes, schools, retail and development, and neighborhood planning, among others. So, by nature, this program has shown to be sustainable in its own right and will continue to shape the future of the construction industry. Mr. Toastmaster.